Both.
You want both.
Both.
You want both. You want both of it.
I mean, that's the way they won yesterday. Better yet, yesterday they won with an Ancient Apparition mid. They threw a complete curveball.
It was so good against the cores though. It was like the 3 cores: Underlord, Timbersaw, and
Alchemist.
Yeah, all 3. Thank you.
Because just now we saw them last pick. They last picked Denny's hero most of the time, almost all their
Every time
drafts.
confirmed it.
Yeah. And they drafted a Queen of Pain, and we decided, you know, that was more like they wanted to have Queen of Pain rather than it being a good fit for the draft, right?
Okay,
Oh,
there goes
their spirit.
green
So,
spirit.
First pick, Navi, Secret Band, Zero Spirit. That's the change up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they go. Can they pick something else?
Do they just... These teams aren't touching Lich.
Yeah, I don't think any of them. Maybe Secret will pick it, but I don't see Navi picking the Lich.
How often do you see a team going into their bonus time for their first pick?
Yeah, they got caught off guard by the Earth Spirit ban.
Yeah.
For sure. They wanted the Earth Spirit.
I think they're still considering the Pugna, right? They're like, do we actually want to go the Pugna again? Like, General's probably like, I did not have a good game.
I want to play Clockwork or Bear
Try
Rider.
something
He's probably
different.
saying that. I got a feeling we'll see some weird first pick here. It seems like they are not very sure about the Enchantress.
That does not bode well for the team's confidence going into this draft.
They really wanted Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
It's just a big thing.
They might go back to what they have just now, like the Spirit Breaker, and maybe just pick more team fight heroes.
What do you think about the change up going back for the Shaker? They used to love it on Roger, and that would completely be a totally different like working.
But Shaker is more defensive, so they want to run at you.
Clockwork.
They go for the clock.
Leaving the Enchantress in the pool for Secret. Now we have seen them have the opportunity to pick that before, and they didn't take it.
Okay, so this is like a good flexi pick for Navi. I think they have two. Yeah, they play on +4 and offlane.
Yep.
So I think it's a solid opening. You pick a hero that has multiple roles on your team, and you just wait and see what Secret goes for, and then you can reply later.
I think this is also to push away the Bane pick, right? A little bit. Secret's been looking at the Bane so much. It's really good just against the supports that they're playing, but
and Rubik goes for the Rubik, Yapsaw hero, and very good against Clock.
Yep. One of the best. First attack clock, pull him out of the cogs.
10 seconds remaining.
But do you think it's like fair enough just to pick the Rubik for that? Like you don't see they're the only team that actually does that, you know? Like most of the teams in general, you see like a lot, oh, this is a juicy Rubik game, I can steal this, I can steal that, let's pick Rubik. This team is like, can we pick Rubik as much as possible for Yapsaw?
They just love the hero. I think it's good versus Clockwork, and you're bound to you're bound to get decent spells to steal later on.
What if there is none? Like,
they're just gonna pick some garbage spells just to counter the 4 or 5 Rubik. That's not gonna happen.
The next level strat.
They still take the Bane, okay.
Yeah.
So even though there's a Clockwork.
But it's Rubik. You think they pair well together as a duo?
I don't really like it that much, no. The 2 heroes.
I guess one is the kind of like the roaming role, and it's like they swap around. It's like a Spirit Breaker +4, but he's actually a +5. He's gonna buy all the wards. I believe the Bane's gonna buy all the wards.
Yeah, Bane's gonna buy
everything. And
everything.
Rubik is gonna be pulling, but he's gonna get all the items.
Yeah.
And last hit everything with Fade Ball.
Is this an Enchantress game still for Navi? Because it feels like Team Secret is baiting that out.
Possibly, I think it's possible, and it also depends on their confidence on the heroes. Because of what happened in the last game, they might have, a lot to think about. Maybe they should pick something else, play something else, maybe play a Doom, or...
They can pick up their other support first, assuming that the clock.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, if they pick the Ancient, it means the Clockwork is offlane, for sure. So they're still keeping like the options open.
Yeah. And we have seen Professor do a lot of work in the games.
Yes, Seneko.
When he has...
Solid laner.
Yeah.
Good team fight.
Good team fight.
That was what they were lacking before.
He goes for the Maledict build always too.
Yeah, look at those notes.
And Clockwork and Clockwork Witch Doctor has a lot of synergy in team fights. Like you pretty much just want like someone to go in and be the front line, so your WD can find a good spot, drop the ultimate, do a ton of damage.
Cask is very annoying versus Bane too.
I think I prefer Navi's opening, the Clock Witch Doctor compared to the Rubik Bane. And they ban out the Ricky once more. So what's up with this Ricky ban?
The Ricky, is it?
Yeah.
Is it the puck?
I'm really curious though. Maybe Navi has some carry Ricky or something, like they might scream each other a lot, so we don't know. rather interesting.
Or
And
is this just a mind game?
I don't know, man.
Next level.
Just throw a ban away though. Oh god, there's a broodmother left in the pool.
There it
It's
is.
Ember and Veno ban.
10 seconds remaining.
Ace is probably looking at it like,
Yeah,
ooh.
but Navi is picking second, so they have one more. If it's a fourth pick brood, they have one more pick to react to the brood.
Sure.
Dire team pick.
Not that bad.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna get it yet, but I think the Ricky ban is for the puck, honestly. Like I don't know,
Every time?
Smokescreen is so good for. I don't know why else they ban Ricky, dude. I can't think of a reason. They're not. They don't have
Yeah,
a
I mean,
jungler.
they did it
hero.
twice in a row and they picked
Yeah.
puck, right?
I think
So
it has to be.
Is this a fire puck or mid one puck word? No, wait. No.
no way to
Flex pick.
Yeah, flexi pick. This is a clockwork. On Navi, you don't know what the clock is gonna do this game.
5 seconds.
They have three very like open-ended picks right now. They could go any lane. They could aggro. There's a lot of stuff they can do. Like you want to pick something while you wait for the opponent to show their hand. Like Dora now, the drafting phase is all about you. How many picks you can pick to get more information. Wow.
Oh yeah, IO wasn't banned either. Last time it was banned in the fourth by Secret.
So-
I believe banned
Okay,
it, right?
so they're gonna
Yeah, you're
have,
correct.
so it's
Yeah.
gonna very likely be a tiny or some CK coming on and
They
it's like
love CK.
clockwork position tree, hook shot, low cooldown, then you gotta set up a lot of relocate gang.
10 seconds remaining.
I think the CK is the more likely one for Navi.
Not
Yeah.
tiny. You don't like tiny?
I do like Tiny. I think that they really love the CK from what I've seen.
Yeah, I guess so. But if they want to play
Match as
the
well.
mid focus type of game early, maybe tiny would be more suitable, like IO tiny mid.
They played the Tiny. No. I mean that was without an IO, but that was
Yeah.
that was the most devastating
Yeah,
game I've ever seen.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I
those are
think
definitely good options.
We
for
still
them.
don't know for sure. Yeah. Maybe they'll decide based on what they see with Secret
Yep.
showing.
So Secret's definitely. I think their response will probably be like some AOE. They're gonna have some team fight heroes against relocate. Pretty much you don't want to split up because of the hook shot into relocate. Very dangerous. Very hard big push. So generally teams would pick like team fight and then try to stick together and push towers.
That's a good hero just
Good-
to counter the whatever
Good lane,
pairing
I
it would
guess.
be.
Just a good lane.
Yeah.
And right now they have a lot of wave clear, Puck and Razor, so I think that's pretty much solid for them. Faitbolt, Puck, Razor, they just need like a solid team fight with the Puck.
Very low armor supports now Navi.
Oh, they pick the brute themselves.
They take the brood themselves.
Wait, you mentioned Dandy sometimes played this,
Yes,
right?
Dendy played it mid. Actually, Dendy's played it the majority of the times they have picked it in the recent games.
I do think I like the mid brute more, to be honest, because of the extra creep and the positioning of the hero where you're nearer to the ancient.
Seconds remaining.
And you get levels faster, of course, because there's the extra creep in mid.
But there's one pick for Secret to prepare for this. And they do have the flex pick of the puck. What is the ideal hero to have against the Broodmother if you know that it's going to be well, either mid or...
Maybe
Save off, you
I
can
think maybe
pair it.
Timber can be good for Secret.
Yeah.
Because Timber's good against IO.
Yep.
Depends. They have a lot of options, but
They've got-
they have the last pick.
And they've got, Ace is a brood specialist, and so is
Yeah.
Sunby. These two really know the inner workings of the hero.
Van the Elk.
There's
Okay, so
CK.
they picked the
It is the
CK.
CK.
No surprise.
We saw CK
Okay.
versus Razor yesterday.
Timber can be good against those heroes.
I like Timber a lot. I
What,
really
what,
do.
what else do they have against CK? If it's Mushi, probably Matusa, but
10 seconds remaining.
But what else does Ace play? He plays a lot of things, so I'm sure they can pick anything they want to deal with the CK. That,
I mean, I love Timber versus the IO Broodmother and CK.
yeah, I guess that's
Would that be enough? Like, if that would be a Timber sum, would you prefer Secret lineup, or is Navi still having the edge?
Broodmother is
I like
scary.
Navi's lineup more this time, but with the Timber pick, I
Trying to
don't know.
think
We'll
what else
see
they
if
could
it's a
get.
Timber. We don't know if it's a Timber. But
We
yeah,
do
we are just
not.
speculating because they have 3 strength heroes and they have a brood.
Tough call, to be sure. Already with that brute pick, there's a lot of extra pressure on the Rubik and the Bane. Is this going to be as active of a mid lane as we have seen Navi have mid lanes in the past?
Probably gonna put the focus elsewhere this time
Yeah.
because IO and CK want to be
the
together.
other, I think the other option is like a Sven, right? Like they need someone that can kill the illusions and deal with brood.
Mhm.
And the armor certainly helps against those heroes.
DK.
Okay, it's a so it's a carry Razor.
Ace has played it a lot in the past. I do know that too.
Is history gonna repeat itself? Is Navi gonna make this comeback?
I think this game is Davai Navi
Yeah?
1-1.
It's hard to go against what we saw with the CK versus Razor matchup yesterday, and this Brood pickup pretty devastating.
Yeah.
I'm liking Navi's chances here.
That would mean that the coach of O's had a good impact in the break winter.
Commended coach of us. Commended.
We're gonna go against Yapso Rubik here too.
Rubik is not us great.
Rubik is
true.
definitely
You might not do
our
so much
smart.
in the
And
game.
you said the spells that look at the spells he can steal. They're not
Yeah,
that great this
he
game. Dude, they actually did not give him good spells to steal this
I
time.
told you.
Alright.
Got him.
Well, we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen in this second game of the series. It is over to Capitalist Hamlet.
That's right, the Rubik's been countered, so is the Razor by the Chaos Knight. But is it going to be enough? The Broodmother, the Chaos Knight, seems like the panel's feeling pretty good about Navi's draft, especially since they didn't go for the suggested picks from our panelists, which I was solidly behind. I was down with Sven, I was down with Timbersaw. What about you?
This is why you guys are all casting instead of playing.
Go ahead, Brilliance, lay down your brilliance for us.
No, I'm just messing with you guys because I'm in the exact same position. So what can I say?
You don't like the Dragonite last pick?
It's all right. It kind of trades evenly, but I don't know. Whenever I see a Razor, I'm horribly underwhelmed.
Yeah, I
like
think
this hero just makes me nervous, and that is why Secret will most likely win, just to like mess with me. I think the last, I want to say, 6 Razor games I've casted, Razor has just gone crushed.
I have been solidly on the Razor hate train.
Yeah?
Yeah, I even before this run in tournaments, I felt like it was a bad hero, and I start seeing people pick it up.
Before
like
it
it's
was
not
a
good.
counter to Sven,
Yeah,
but it doesn't really, because Sven just bursts you down.
yeah, he
so
still gets in your face, right? It's very rare. Like, you can always play around the Razor. No
Yes.
matter how good he is at countering X hero, you can always play around it with initiation.
large issue is that he can't flash farm.
Yeah.
He can't just like hit a bunch of creeps, they all die at once. For the most part, this hero is going to fight.
And he
But-
doesn't have that, like, kind of FU presence like a Viper does.
That is kind of the counter to Navi, though, I'm sure. It's just a lot of fight and a lot of catch, which is why they're prioritizing this puck. And even though Puck's game got ruined last game, Fada did a lot of work.
That is definitely true.
That 4-man
hit the
coil was
mid-game.
pretty game saving.
Yeah, he hit the mid-game strike really well. He seems to be adapting to the offlane pretty fast.
You know what I was thinking about? Do you think
Yes.
that had any impact when the crowd's like chanting Navi, Navi when they were diving? And then they got 4-man coil like that?
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't.
I'm sure it does. Okay, because we did have this conversation.
Yes.
It's a little hard to hear yourself over the chants of Navi.
Yeah.
I could understand if Navi are actually ruined by their own chant. Like, you know, not really collectively thinking too well.
Yeah, they're just like,
It's,
guys,
it's really
crowd's
loud. They're
behind
cheering
us.
our name.
We need
you
to
know,
go for
we're
this."
going for this kill.
YOLO.
Maybe somebody calls back, but they're not heard.
No, I actually
Because
think
the
it's just because they're coaches of most.
That would be
They're gonna run at you.
That would be some sort of crazy ironic twist if like Navi ever lost a game because the chant of Navi was too loud for them to hear a specific call.
I'm sure they're used to playing through it.
Yeah, that's true. They're not. They're gonna get a lot of experience at any CIS event.
Just in general. But at bottom lane, Puck versus Clockwork. Puck should be fine in this, although General is a very good laning clock, but yesterday we saw the limitations of that hero in that it is not the end-all be-all of catch. The good news, though, is that they do have a core that has a stun this time.
Yeah. He also locks down hero pretty well.
Can I also mention that I feel like Navi games lane switch more than any other game?
Yes, I was just about to make that same point. Where I was like, on the road again. I just see Crystallize making the long trek from one side of
This
the map to the other.
has happened
and
in,
then started
like-
the laning phase.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this has happened in like the last 4 Navi games that I've casted where they just...
Yeah.
It happened every single time that they made a move last game. Like, Navi would just follow wrong, switch.
Yep, Crystallize
happened
was
in the
staying on
cold
top
game.
of that puck.
Yeah.
There was that one game where they were abandoning their
at the top.
base. In some trouble here. General locks him in with a cogs, but he's completely out of damage, so he's entirely
kill him.
reliant on battery assault, and he's just not getting the ticks he needs to be able to get the kills. And Eiko tries to
Three
push him
health?
up, and he gets it. Just barely. He goes for the TP out
Oh, yeah, for level.
wisely, and he does make it out. Nicely played.
They both leveled up off of those kills, so Yapsor almost killed him, and as a result, he got the heal from the death on the Razor, heals himself out of there. Cute interaction there, but Razor now making his way down bottom. Maybe Fada has to switch again, because Secret really want this lane matchup. And that's why General, if you notice, he didn't TP. He's walking to the lane just in case this is happening. Like, they're just mirroring each other's movements, and that is really weird. Is Fada gonna get gone on? Stun flies out, that's a 2-seconder. Levels of silence, he's fine
Our
though.
Puck at the bottom lane is going to be okay. In case we want to check out the Nightmare that's currently setting up the engagement, the Razor trying to steal some damage away from Crystallize, and they'll have just enough to be able to get the kill. Now the jump forward by Fada is going to try and catch Roger's Wisp as well, but he's got a tether partner.
Yeah, Seneko, he's made his way down here. And now General, you swap again, just keep swapping. Puck TP'd up top. He's got Soul Ring already, he's done very well for himself.
Round and round we go. Where it ends, nobody knows.
Only Navi knows that. Oh, okay, so they are swapping once again. Like
Go for General here. Telekinesis.
Gonna face forward.
He actually tries to trap Fada inside of the cogs?
Yeah, Fada doesn't care.
That was not the play.
He's saying the okays.
Okay.
He's confused at that one.
He definitely could have lived if he just cogs Puck backwards.
But CK gonna make his way up top. And the question now is, do they swap again? But 30 seconds on Fada's TP, so the answer is unlikely. Navi finally get the lane set up that they kind of wanted, but as a result of all these swaps, do you really even want these lanes anymore?
Uh-oh. Ace. He may have stolen the damage from Seneko, but Jenna will stand and fight with the battery assault and the limited amount of right-click damage that he does. Ace turns.
Ace
What
is
is Ace
trying to
doing?
turn.
Oh no! He's trying to turn. Now the creep wave is here to be able to tank up some of their battery assault, but the Maledict is gonna tick him down. Finish him off on the second tick. The tangos were just not enough regen over time.
Maybe he thought he could fight his way out of that, but I think if he just runs, he would have been okay.
Yeah.
But that half second of hesitation, most likely what happened is he just,
Misclick.
yeah, the padding probably messed him up a little bit, but if he doesn't die there, the laning phase works out very well in their favor as Dragon Knight is actually beating the Brood Mother, who generally doesn't lose any lane matchups.
But this one does kind of make sense, right? Natural armor, you've got this kind of clear with the breath, fire.
DK no longer loses to anybody.
Yeah. I watched him beat a Viper the other day.
Yeah, it's
Like, what?
it's unbelievable. I used to think that DK would just go even, but now he's just beating everyone.
Yeah, he straight up is...
That's why he's come back. Main reason for his resurgence is he doesn't lose lanes. Roger just boops his way out of there. But click the App Store. He's got Arcane Boots already. He's so strong as a support. Click this Wisp. He's got absolutely nothing.
There comes Crystallize again.
Another
Another
lane
lane
swap.
rotation.
What is happening? Like,
Followed by Fada.
they're never happy.
Oh.
It's 5 minutes in and they're still lane swapping.
Remember when lane swaps are like extremely rare?
But Navi is willing to play musical chairs with their lanes pretty much non-stop, and they're committing a lot.
I kind of get the reason why they're willing to so much, because Chaos Knight is such a kill hero.
Yes.
When he shows up in lane, that there's the added benefit. Like, yes, it takes him time away from the lane, but when he shows up, he always makes it back by being able to get a kill. They're trying to go to Fada here for the Cog. It doesn't hit the puck and knock him back. Barely missed it out on that half second. Now they're trying to go for Poppy with the Maledict on him. Not going to be able to get that one. Ace stunned up, but does steal all the damage from Crystallize. Goes for the squishier, supports the kill, but doesn't have any lockdown. Support's not in range.
I feel like both of like half the net worth in this game has been just geared towards fueling their TPs. Like I'm
Mid
gonna count
lane.
that after.
Mid one, Crystallize is actually going to join his allies in killing Mid one. Probably because the Dragon Knight popping his ultimate and threatening that tower, who's such a big
Oh, he's
commitment.
dead?
He is dead. But it's only a level 2 Wisp.
Yeah. He did get a good amount
Worth
of
a
gold.
lot
out
of gold,
that,
though. What
Yeah.
the hell? 261 gold.
That Wisp isn't poor, man. He's got 1,400 net worth.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh.
Dragon Knight just split a lot of gold. There was 5 heroes there. Navi loves doing that though. They will commit a lot of heroes to killing you. Doesn't matter how many cores you have to bring. Oftentimes when you bring more than one core, it's seen as kind of inefficient. But Navi, they don't care.
Crystallize may just find another kill. A paralyzing cast. Doesn't really stick around long enough.
I think if he just eats the Tango, he's most likely okay.
Pretty low, but yeah, it's just not even close. They pop the Shrine, he's good. Fada keeps moving forward. They pop the healing salve, and now a turn from Crystallize with the help of Roger.
They want to go for this.
Down. Here comes Yapzor, though. He's going to toss him into Crystalline.
Gotta kill the
Underneath
Wisp
the tower
first.
range as well. They go for the sleep. Holding him in while they finish off Roger. With right clicks, they'll get in. Now Crystalline's left alone. He
the
knows
3
he's dead.
seconds.
He's going to go for the kill on Fada, but can't get enough damage out in time. So Fada lives to see level 6.
Ooh, half a second away from that swing. But all of these lane swaps has just kind of killed Crystallize's game. He's got 1,500 net worth. He's actually behind Yapzor's net worth, which is never a good sign. It's not even really the laning phase anymore. It's almost 8 minutes into the game, and your CK has suffered quite heavily as a result of all of this moving around. And mid one even takes the Broodmother's tower.
Yeah, this is crazy. A Broodmother losing her tower first, and 8 minutes at the game at that.
I guess if there's a hero that's going to do it, it's DK.
Yeah. Ooh, what a counter pick this is turning out to be.
Yeah. Brood still almost has, she's going to have like a 9-minute deso, and then she'll farm Ancients really quickly, opting to skip the Medallion. I'm assuming because, well, DK just has like 50 armor anyways.
Yeah. And Desolator's a little bit better for taking towers yourself, right?
Yeah. She needs to put a lot of pressure on this map right now because this CK's game has been really slowed down. Like, Crystallize is level 4 at 8 minutes.
And for a Dragon Knight, isn't it just kind of a systematic 1, 2, 3? We're just going to move around and take towers with every ult.
His game is really obvious right now to play. Mid one is pretty unpressured because the laning phase has gone so badly for Navi.
Oh, Taneko's going to be caught here. Sleep, my child. Look at that damage. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. This Rubik's almost level 6. The CK conversely just hit level 5. He is queued up an armlet.
Do you think this build is a little bit better for Razor's farm? He's not going for the maxed out link, going for the earlier nuke.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Just because they need a lot of shove and AoE clear against heroes like the Broodmother and the CK.
Now, is that standard now on Razors?
Depends on what lane you go to. If you're mid, Static Link is still pretty okay to go.
Yeah.
And it depends on the lane matchup. If you're against a melee core, it's not bad. But Plasma Field has a lot of value in a game. Wisp is really good against Wisp on top of that because most of the time you're going to catch the Wisp on the max edge. But, man, everyone in Navi's pretty poor. It's already a 3k gold lead at 9 minutes.
Mid one almost has a Shadow Blade.
Yeah,
so
he's just consistently had an excellent game. He's helped his team to shove down all the towers, open up the game a little bit. Puck having a much easier time than he did last game.
The catch on Sineko here in the mid lane. Steals Voodoo Restoration. Toss them back.
I can't imagine
And Fada's closing in for the kill.
Yeah, might have to use Coil for this.
Didn't want to.
Really didn't want it.
8-3.
Really reluctant claps.
Yeah, smattering of applause from the audience.
The golf clap.
The secret fans were a little bit.
They can
afraid
appreciate
of
the play. Overall, Secret really content with the pace of this game. They have to be so happy with how this laning phase went. You're not going to get a much better one than this. We talked about how Razor can't flash farm. Well, neither can CK. That's why it's a bit different. Like, if they have a Sven, yeah, you have a Razor to so-and-so counter Sven, but Sven gets to farm Ancients. He can wave clear very quickly. He just farms a lot faster. Our CK, single target hero, for the most part, he's a carry with the stun, one of the few that feature that. That means he's a killing hero. But he just can't really kill anybody in a game like this. And he can't go around the map anymore and waste time. If he goes for another gank attempt and it fails, he's another 2 minutes behind on his farm, and there's no real way to recover from that.
So that's exactly what I was going to ask. How do you recover that as a Chaos Knight? Do you just activate your jungle training montage for the next 10 minutes?
Oh, at bottom. General goes down really fast. Most likely, just wait for the Wisp to get level 6, and then run at people together. The good news about this...
So you still have to fight?
Yeah, I think you still have to fight, because the farming just isn't there. You're not going to out-farm anybody right now. Even Yapzor is just nuking creeps and getting more CS. Dendi lying in wait at bottom lane. Wants to try to pick somebody off. And any sort of kill is going to be useful for them as mid one takes down another tower.
Mid one acts like he's backing out. Pops Shadow Blade.
Oh, if he catches...
Right back in.
He
He's
wants
going to be able to
Seneko
grab
here.
Seneko. Right next to the tier 2 tower. The Plasma Field easily blowing him up. Now, General came in pretty quick. Managed to lock mid one in.
Here comes
With
the
Dendy coming in
relocate.
close, they're going to be able to get not just one kill, but potentially more. With the relocate in, they're going to be able to get the Razor as well. They're turning around here. Yapstor only steals a rocket. He can't do much with that, so he's going to try and make it a TP out. He does make it. Barely, but the two important kills, two cores of Secret,
Very, very
end
big.
up going down.
And that's what we were talking about. You need to use your relocate. You can't farm your way out of this game like they did in previous games. You have to take these engagements. That's why Dendy isn't just farming Ancients. He's looking at opportunities for his team because he realizes, okay, my other two cores have suffered so badly in this game that if I just farm, then we're all going to be kind of screwed here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very important rotation, though. That's going to firmly cement his lead. #1 in net worth. Has that Mask of Madness now.
no.
Roshan is an open opportunity
no.
for them, too.
It's like added insult to injuries. That cast just keeps bouncing back, the poor puppy, off of the neutrals. But he does have some allies in. Fada about me. Oh, that is a long grab, but Fada still has the flank, so he's good.
Ace actually...
He's
Dabbed
going to be
up
the
here.
one kind of caught here. General tries to go for the dive. No Shrine activatable. Crystallize pulls him back too. Secret coming in one by one here. Midwan's here now, and he's going to go for the quick kill onto Roger. A lot of AoE damage onto both Dendy
they
and
want
Crystallize.
Crystallize.
Brings him down to half HP.
He's going to link him up.
They've got a Shrine up. Go, Yapstor, go. Now still relocate too.
Ah, that can't happen.
Surely you can, right? You can link someone up, and if you still relocate,
Yeah, but I don't know if that will happen.
it's possible. Anything's possible.
That's
but-
true. It's Dota 2, and
As Navi are fully behind that sentiment.
but really good fight so far from Navi.
I mean, I can
Secret-
understand why Navi group up so much. It seems to work out for them so oftentimes, right? That
Yeah.
bottom fight where Secret tries something, met by so many heroes of Navi. They manage to get another
there's
engagement
a
though.
lift. The
Quickly
Brood would be
blow
a
up one
huge
and
kill.
two. Brood Mother goes down. That's the biggie.
And they're going to transition this into a mid push as well. Rubik just linking up his DK. There's just something about that that looks so ridiculous. But it's working. Like, mid one can spam as a result of this.
I mean, Secret's like,
Oh,
I think
the
they...
long grip! If that leads to a kill,
Yapster's here for the pickup. Crystallize and General are going to try and fight this one. Phantasm goes out, manages to get the
They've
pull
gotta be
back on
careful.
Ace with the paralyzing cast, bouncing over to the Bane as well. It's going to stay on to Crystallize, even getting Yapster in the back line. 2 easy kills for Navi. Secret get greedy and they split apart. I thought they learned their lesson, Blitz. We saw it that bottom lane engagement, didn't have the full 5. Top lane engagement kind of trickled in one by one, but then they finally grouped up as 5 around mid, and I thought, all right, they've got Navi, they've learned. And then they split up again and lost a fight again.
yeah, but not to be a buzzkill, but I'm not sure if that changes too much. Like, Ace, he still has more net worth than the CK despite all that happening, and they don't really care too much because they are getting towers in general.
Oh no, get booped right in front of a haste rune. Picked up by Midwan. Eats his way through the cogs, gonna try and just run away.
Good cast.
General's gonna be the easy kill for Secret. Paralyzed cast bouncing back over to Seneko.
And Dendy making his way forward, but
Okay, now it's a 3 versus 5. Navi, I don't know how they possibly win this one. It's gonna be Roger who ends up going down from
they
it.
want to keep chasing for this.
Yeah,
Fada's
they've got
caught,
coil.
Crystallize in the back.
TP out,
Where's the
Yapstor gets
lift?
the cask! 17-9 will turn to 18.
Yeah. Even though that sequence kind of went poorly, they still took that mid tier 2. They did a lot of damage to the bottom one. The core that died was probably the least important core to lose. Mid one is still absolutely massive. He almost has a BKB.
It doesn't seem like the Broodmother's gonna be enough to stop him.
No, not at all. Once he has a BKB, he can fight pretty much anybody. The Brood needs a BKB herself. You notice 1200 HP. She needs to be able to attack, but not. Secret have so much disable for her.
Is the Razor building a BKB?
He's going
next,
Shivas.
Or Shiva? Oh, Shivas. All right,
That's
big armor upgrade. All right, I like that idea. I was gonna say though, like with the BKB,
Oh, Puppy?
Puppy caught. Does manage to get the extra life off of that one. He does also have the puck coming in, but just like last time, Fada is unable to do much about it.
Puppy just
Yules
pushes things
already?
really far.
Yep, so he's got a Yules.
Oh, does he? Wow. Cool.
All right.
It's a pretty free Rubik game, but he has played it very well. And this is sort of his hero.
Why not Blink? Why Yules?
I think it's just so he doesn't get bursted immediately.
Sure.
He wanted something more defensive than offensive. They already have tons of initiation. They've got a Shadowblade DK and a Puck. And I don't know if this Puck dies either in a game like this. They don't have that instant stun like this Earthshaker. And I think Fada recognizes that. That's why he's playing so aggressively.
But the Dire's top tower
5k gold
is under
lead.
attack.
Fairly significant, especially for just 17 minutes into this game. And CK, just keep fighting. I think that's your best option right now.
Yeah.
If you get into one successful fight though, Navi can immediately go into Roshan. That is the benefit of that lineup. They can take Roshan really quickly. And once you have Roshan, you can start to make moves around the map again.
It's gonna be a tough fight though, Navi. Now tries to go for body here with a surprise blade mail. Does get a lot of turn damage, and they manage to kill Fada. So the use of the orb to kill the creep wave. General punishes that one pretty damn heavily.
He will have learned that lesson now though.
Yeah.
He orbs forward, thinking, guys, nobody is punishing me at all, and pays for it with his life. Most of the time you just orb back, push out the wave, but he felt so confident that Navi wasn't going to go for that play. General capitalizing on that. And this is a Blade Mail Clockwork. He is catching up in farm, and now Crystallize is also catching up as a result of these relocates.
Pop the drums preemptively to go for the kill on General. TP coming in from the Witch Doctor, but it's looking like too late.
This will only hurt
Already kill secured
forever.
for Secret. 3 members up top.
Yeah, BKB completed on the Dragon Knight. They want to try to take this tier 2 mid one, showing himself. Not in range to get the stun though. Probably just going to be a natural push. Grab one of the last tier 2 towers remaining. And by getting this one, you make Roshan a lot harder for Navi. Navi gonna have to win a team fight if they want to open up the map for themselves.
What about this Broodmother though, Blitz? It really does not seem to be having any impact on...
Dire's top tower's just
I mean, he lost the laning phase, right? We're not seeing that mid tower is still up against a Broodmother who could just kind of backdoor it whenever she wants, usually.
Yeah.
Not really getting any potential to fight whatsoever. What do we got to get out of this Broodmother? When can she start being strong?
Probably once you get to BKB. I don't think Denny really wants to fight BKB. It's a little bit too difficult for him right now. As, once again, Roger gonna go down, and he's actually a pretty hefty bounty.
Mid one is going to go for a Heaven's Halberd up next. That evasion's a nice choice.
Nobody's gonna go MKB on the side of Navi, or it'll take them a while.
It'll be late.
Yeah. CKs really hate going for MKBs. Just all these illusion-based heroes, it's really annoying for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Fada trying to finish off his Veil of Discord, throwing some pot shots onto this tier 2 tower as TP comes in. Oh, waits a little bit too long to retreat though, gets caught by a hook shot from General once again. You said he would learn, Blitz.
That was such a
General
cool
still
play by
finds a
General.
way.
He pushes him out with the cogs to make sure during that time period you can't phase shift when you're awkwardly flying with your arms in the air. It looks so funny when people are like being pushed away from the cogs. They're just like, yeah.
Secret apparently still gonna try and fight though.
Yeah.
Look at this 4-man. They've got relocate up on Navi.
They gotta kill Roger though. They want to fight this. But mid one's just gonna push out the lane. He really wanted to take a fight with that DD rune. But they're just placing sentries everywhere in anticipation for him. Clockwork Blade Mail, a pretty good response too. The mid one. And all the cores slowly starting to catch up. It was 7k gold just a bit ago, now further reduced to 5. Fada instantly blinks out. He's learned his lesson. Now he's afraid. He's like, guys, I can actually die.
You shouldn't repeat that every single time you say that though.
This time he's got it. For Navi, farm, find pickoffs when you can. Relocate is so strong in a game like this.
What do you mean?
I just think for Navi, when you're in a game where you can't really team fight 5-on-5, and you can't really split push because they've got Shadow Blades and stuff like that, your team needs to be able to move around without you while you farm. Otherwise, you just get really far behind, and so the only way to do that is with relocate.
Right.
But Secret, they're going to open up the map by trying to go for this Roshan. General instantly spots this out, senses it. This is a DD Dragon Knight, though.
And they've got the fresh items. BKB on the Broodmother, Echo Saber on the Chaos Knight. Those are huge upgrades.
Both teams want to take this fight. The lift is up.
Managed grab general. Blade Melt goes out. Mid one doesn't give a damn though.
He's their main lockdown too.
Yeah.
Mid one still has a DD active for half its duration. They're just gonna walk in, take Roche, and Navi. They've got to get out of here.
Double damage. Too much to handle. He's even got a regen in his bottle as well.
Yapzor in good position there, picking him off. And this Roshan, we talked about how huge it could be for Navi. Instead, gonna be a freebie for Secret.
Would it not be worth attempting the 5-act from General to contest this Roshan?
Probably not, because it's no guarantee that you win that fight. And if you lose the fight around Roshan, you're gonna get pushed in high ground.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, teams will Roshan to try to get the enemy. It's like you're baiting them into a fight, because the only time the enemy is willing to fight you is when they're this far behind is when you try to take objectives. And Roshan's the clearest one that's so far outside their base, so they don't have things like shrines or towers to sit behind. And so if you feel like you can win a fight, you just go Roshan, you challenge the enemy team, come Rosh. If you come fight us, then we'll probably win. And if you don't fight us, then we'll get an Aegis and take your map anyways.
Now the normal answer, if you're not going to fight on Roshan, is at least get an objective for it, right?
But it was just hard.
Why haven't we lost any of these tier 1 towers? Is Secret doing something right? Is Navi doing something wrong? Like, why are they still up?
If you notice when Navi dies, it's always in their jungle, and so Secret are always able to transition that. But think about the times that Navi has had any success. Remember that fight near their top tier 2? What are they going to transition that into? There's not enough time for them to. So Secret, when they die, it's very aggressive. The Puck, the 2 times that he died, think about where he died. He died by their tier 2 tower. He never died near his.
They get advantage of the offense, right? Like defense, you've got towers and stuff, you've got TP points, all those sorts of things, but the advantage of playing aggressively and playing on the enemy side of the map is you lose that fight, you're not going to lose an objective.
And that's how Secret played last game too. Even though it looks like Navi once in a while will have these bright moments where you're like, wow, they got 2 kills or 3 kills, they can finally transition. Nope, can't transition it into anything. And I think that might just be a general playstyle thing. If you remember their series against Newbie earlier today, Newbie won this like huge fight, but it was by their own jungle, and so it never led into anything. Oh, when the stun comes out,
just a diamond dust, a bit more, everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
You kind of have to though, right? This is that Pilot I-esque sacrificial support pushing out lanes kind of play.
Oh, for sure. We saw him do it last game, and I'm a big advocate of that. Somebody has to take the risk. I was about to say somebody has to die, but you don't really have to die, but you've got to risk
it would be best if you could force the rotation and still TP out or make the escape.
Mid one blazing through, but unable to find anything. In an ideal world, you push out the lane, they try to go for you, you're ready out. But it's risky farm. If everyone on your team just hits jungle, then you'll just get invaded and killed, and they'll go high ground. So somebody has to take the risk to shove out lanes, otherwise your base just gets shoved in, you don't get a lot of farm, and they'll out-GPM you anyways.
Stun up on the Chaos Knight. Roger is going to use the defensive relocate. So the paralyzed cask up, there's no damage to really follow this one up. Senhiko, okay, the damage is okay. It's getting some good damage in, the Cogs goes out, the Nightmare tries to spare mid one, he finally gets off the BKB, forced into it. He doesn't want to lose this Dragon form, I'm guessing. He did have the Aegis, but he wouldn't come back with that extra bit. Force that forward is going to be able to get him out of range from that attempt at Fada, getting an initiation. You could see why mid one wanted to keep that Dragon form as he pokes at that tier 3 tower.
They should reset the fight though. He's almost level 20. There's no reason for this. Navi still can't really take a fight outside their base, so he can just reset.
What's big about the level 20 for Dragonite?
I guess it depends on which talent he takes. Either the 120 GPM or the 300 health, but if you take the 120 GPM, you want to get it as fast as possible so that you continue to snowball that lead. Which I imagine he takes. He's got a BKB, so health and stuff isn't really an issue.
Yeah, with the Blink Dagger and Yules, Yapzor's got the mobility and the mana regen to steal and throw around spells all game long.
Yeah, he's also got his Blink, he's got a Ghost Scepter, he's just rich. He's the same level, if not like an inch higher than their Chaos Knight. He's even got more farm than the Chaos Knight. Like, Yapzor just hits creeps. People don't realize that.
How does this, I mean, I thought the whole point of the relocate and etc. Like, okay, the Chaos Knight is always going to be able to farm.
Yeah, but now Secret can just 5-man because the lanes are always shoved in, and you don't know if they're farming your jungle or if they're coming for you. And
They're gonna catch. That smoke gank finds Roger.
yeah, maybe they just go high ground.
Maybe they can still catch more. Sleep on one. Attempted Fiend's Grip on the other. Crystallize does manage to get off the Phantasm though and whack away. Daneko's probably not locked for this one. Oh no, they got the Force Staff. He's good.
Yeah.
Make it back to the base safely.
General TP for that, so he could force somebody out. Good play. It is a committed dragon form, and Aegis doesn't have long for this world.
All right, so Chaos Knight below the Rubik in net worth. Not feeling great about him and what he's going to be able to accomplish. So we turn to our second net worth hero in the game. That would be our Broodmother, Dendy's Broodmother, quiet all game long. What does he do in these fights? Who does he target? How does he provide a win for Navi?
I think he has to just get rid of the supports, who are mostly crowd control right now. Try to get them out of the game as fast as possible. Because I think taking a core down, unless they get controlled up, like if the CK goes on somebody, then maybe he goes together and uses the BKB duration. But it's about cutting numbers down in fights like this.
And it is reasonable, right, to be able to go for these supports, because it's not like these cores on Secret do a whole lot of really quick physical damage.
Yeah.
Right, they can kind of kite the Dragon Knight and the Razor around if the other four can.
Yeah, and with their BKBs, the Puck's gonna kind of just be watching. But the same game plan exists for Secret, right? Secret really want to be able to get to the back line of Navi.
Yeah. And they've got a pretty good hero for it too. General's gonna be able to find Puppy, meandering around, try to get back to his team in the mid lane. Dindy will make babies of you, sir.
It feels like Puppy's the only person that's died on Secret for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that just, we talked about it on the panel for the second series, I think. I said, you know, you're just gonna watch Puppy die a lot, and that's not a bad thing, right? He's kind of just doing his job. And sometimes when you're losing, sometimes the hard 5 position is the only kill you feel comfortable ever going for.
Yeah, and he always gets deep boards down as a result. But that time they had good vision of him, saw it all coming, plays out in a very expected pattern. But DK, he did take the 120 GPM as predicted, just because, well, why not?
That's great reasoning, William.
No, but really, he has a lot of armor already, he's got a BKB, he's not gonna die, he's got evasion.
He's not the target.
Yeah, he
right.
can just
so
continue
the extra
to scale.
350 health doesn't really do much for you.
No, not at all. And in terms of physical damage and magic damage, like he's got the BKB, he's fine. There's no Silver Edge or anything like that on Navi's team. They don't have these Queens of Pain.
They don't have like the long lockdown that would allow them to be able to kill him before he pops BKB.
Yeah. And next Roshan is probably going to be what signals high ground.
Next Roshan plus AC and Shiva's the double armor items. I mean, that's like a classic high ground combo right there. You have tanked up. There's an AC on Broodmother though. I haven't seen too much of her items. What do we got on her? Deso, BKB, and now AC.
Yeah, she's kept up in farm, despite not having any room on the map. But
is the 25 talent good for Broodmother? It's just extra webs, right?
8 webs is nice.
It's nice, but it's not gonna win you fights, right?
Clockwork Hook in.
Nice catch on Fada. The Cogs push back doesn't last quite long enough, and he is going to be able to get the blink.
Oh, he makes it back to his team. They need to get out now. Full retreat mode. No TP though for General. Is Fada like a
call
genius?
of retreat? Yeah, Fada. I don't know if genius is the right word, but
that would have been
Secret
cool,
kind of had the north covered. He went for the south.
Fada's just gonna dead it, bro. What's that? Did I jinx it? Yeah, did I jinx it?
He's good, he's good, he's good.
You saw what he was going for though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He predicted that the clock or the brood would go south.
Down. Yeah.
And so that he TP'd even with low HP so that he could coil for his team.
Unable to find him though,
but he almost died for that.
In the trees.
I wouldn't have thought of that play. But then again, I'm a fool.
I will second that. Back into that high ground area, Navi are still playing in their offlane jungle this whole entire time. The ward is going to be taken away. Yamter actually tries for the initiation here, throwing up into mid one. Fast kill on the Witch Doctor. Phantasm popped up by Crystallize. Navi still don't feel like they can take this engagement, even though they've committed the Phantasm. They're trying to back themselves up. Roger's going to be caught here. Burst damage galore for Secret.
Yeah, and CK, his illusions, just gonna run away. They should know that these are all fakes.
Yeah, they see Phantasm out, and they're like, okay, we picked off 2. Now we might have caught a real Chaos Knight here. Bean's gripped up. No save from anybody, so that's gonna be 3 down.
Oh.
Plus Phantasm
Yaptor
stolen
just-
for Yaptor, so
The key is, does he have the luck?
get that extra illusion. He did, right? No.
He's got 4, yeah.
Oh,
There's
that,
4 of them.
yeah, it's
You
only
got it,
level
you
2.
got it.
Sorry, I thought it was level 3.
No. There's a bunch of Rubiks hitting him. It's like insult to injury. He does get the extra one.
Yeah. And there goes the mid lane of Rax. Navi can't really do much about this. They're still going to try and initiate, though, but they don't have the Phantasm. That's a big damage dealer. Dendy's going to go for Ace here, losing some of his damage, but Ace is still going to drop. It looks like Dendy was able to overwhelm him. And the backlines are trying to go for the Wisp, but it's not enough to get the force out of the way. He goes for the BKB teleport out, but his BKB doesn't last long enough. They get the stun down, and Navi, they do successfully win this. Fada trying to go for those supports in the backline, but they're all healed up. Now Fada TP's back to the fountain and did not have Malzig on him.
Still,
He's good.
very significant pickups. They kill both the Razor and the Dragon Knight. They do lose Rax, but to be realistic, that was inevitable.
Yes. I mean, without Phantasm, I'm surprised they could take that fight. Oh, they're actually, because of those 2 core pickoffs, they're going to try and go Roche here.
Yeah, and this is a very good Roche attempt by Navi.
They relocate him into the pit.
I think so.
Secret know about it. Double damage, and now the ultimate.
But do Secret really want to fight this 4v5? This could just be a lure into a really bad fight as Razor respawns, doesn't TP in. They're going to give up the Roshan, not really sure how low it is, and Dendy all of a sudden has an Aegis. And a BKB is almost completed on your CK.
Yeah, that's huge after he just bought back.
They're finally going to go for the last remaining tier 1 tower. The mid one has lasted so long for Secret.
That is, you said that's the thing, right? If Navi do win a fight, they can do Roshan very quickly, and they did that. And there was also a lot of gold left on the map. So there's a significant amount that if Navi wins engagements, they start getting tier 1s, tier 2s, all of a sudden they're flush again.
They push really quickly. That is the upside of their lineup. They don't really have troubles hitting towers. But mid one, he wants to put a stamp on this game. Invis dub. Does see Dendy. Here's the stun.
He's caught. He's going to end up dropping here now. He has that extra life, so it's about whether or not Navi are able to fight around that one. The paralyzing cast does buy a little bit of time, but the BKB goes off from Dendy, just trying to make it back. The extra web goes down. Run, Dendy, run. Gets back to base. General intercept. Does manage to get the cogs in, but could be Bean's grip immediately. Now, they did have the Chaos Knight coming in. Looks like in the secret shop area, Dendy's going to go straight for Ace, trying to get that kill outside the web. Does manage to get it.
Here comes Crystallize.
He killed the support. Now comes back in and gets an extra one as well. Crystallize, though, out of his illusions. The AoE damage from both Fada and the cleave out from mid one is too much for them to handle. They lose all their damage. And now it looks like Navi are going to be forced into multiple buybacks.
Yeah, buybacks aplenty. They have to do this just to be able to hold. It was only 2 heroes, but this is a Dragon Knight who hits quite hard. They're going to go for the shrines instead, the easy objectives. The next time they push, though, no buybacks. So Navi can not afford to lose another fight like that, as they probably just reset. DK, once it gets that 2x Dragon Blood HP regen armor, fairly close to it now. Level 23, about to hit 24, just on the cusp.
Is the other talent ever worth considering? I don't know what it is.
I think the boost speed's alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
The Speed Racer Dragon Knight, he just runs around really quick.
Yeah. I think the 2 times Dragon Blood HP it's like just enough to be worth.
It's a lot. What is it? 24 like total armor. You get an additional 12 armor, additional 24 HP regen. You put it like that. I don't know why they say double. They might as well just say the stats.
No, because the difference would be if you got silver edged. You got broken.
True.
I got you.
You're so
high five. That's why we cast together, baby.
Partnerships. You know. Does mid one? Okay, I thought that Chrysalis was a Dagon for a second. But it's not. It's just red-ish looking.
Oh,
he's got a crystal.
Oh, crystal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said crystallize.
I wish Crystallize had a Dagon right now.
I wish crystallize had a Chrysalis.
He could just use items right now.
Anything.
Yeah. He is ahead of Ace though, which is.
If he had an Octarine, I would be happy. You know, just poor.
He does have a lot of cheap items though.
He's still being beat out by the Rubik.
Yeah. Is he? Oh wow, he is.
He really is. By 100 gold.
That's like our measuring stick right now.
Yep.
But Dendi is really far forward. Mid one invis.
Okay, they
doesn't
see
have
mid
the gem
one, right?
anymore.
That was their sentry.
Oh,
the
the BKB
barely goes off in time. They just didn't have an instant stun. Mid one's fast enough. They're gonna try and go for the relocate out. They're out. Whoo!
Half
save.
a second too late.
Let's
Both
see if they can
sides
actually
fast.
keep the Wisp alive. But the instant stun of mid one, it seems unlikely. But they're gonna try for it. Snake's still kind of hanging around. He's going to go for the paralyzing cast. They're gonna turn and fight with the Phantasm out. They're gonna go for this one. They could try and go for the Razor first. He's already dead. Fodder controlled up. Does man and faces
Dendi is doing so much damage.
He's just killing all these heroes. The Mal takes on mid one. He doesn't have a BKB. He's gonna drop as well. No, he did it. They win this fight. Take down 3.
Overstaying their welcome completely, and now they've got to do something with this. General goes down. Fodder.
Take that, Fodder, but oh, no phase shift.
You need the kill for this?
No phase shift. That is not a trade they want to be able
This
to
would be a huge kill.
Blink up 2 seconds, but it's not going to be up in time. He ends up going down. A 1-for-4 trade now.
Roger just saved the game right there with that relocate.
Wow.
If he doesn't get them out,
I mean, in that paralyzing cast setup as well as they come back in. Secret was thinking like me. Free kill, right? Let's just try and get the Wisp.
No, they came back into that. They realized, guys, we can't lose our Wisp outside the base. BKB was expended. This is probably going to be one of the better opportunities for us to fight. Dendi had that angle as well, coming up from the high. And with 50 seconds on this puck, Navi, all of a sudden, they find new life.
Yeah, this is the reason why we're getting so excited about that, because Navi have been beaten down this whole entire game, and this is the first time they got a straight-up win, right? That last mid engagement, they lost mid lane of Rax for it. You can't even say great trade.
This isn't even that bad for Navi right now. They're down 12K, but
I mean, considering the amount that they're going to get off of winning that fight straight up, so, like, they just blew out. All of Secret, they're going to be able to get 2 tier 2s off of that. That significantly kills that big lead that Secret had. It was what, 15K?
Not so long ago? Up to like 18 at some point, 17.
Oh,
but now it's
yeah, look at that 18K lead.
He is surpassed the Rubik, our measuring stick, well ahead of him now.
You are not allowed to win the game until you are this high.
Yes.
He's finally reached up there. Navi do have a chance, but it's still an 11,000 gold lead.
This game though is getting a lot more complicated than it was a second ago. This Dragon Knight, his BKB is 6 seconds. Yeah. The CK chews through people.
I thought he wasn't going to be once they got the double armor items.
No, they still have significant BKB timers. And they've got a cheese on Dendi.
Secret. Another support kill for them.
Oh, Fodder gonna catch General as well.
Ooh,
he's stunned up. Where's the follow-up? He's got a Dagon.
Not enough damage. Relocate blown for it though. And they see that.
They might. Okay, they're actually not gonna go
they're
for
like,
it.
not again, not again.
If they lose a fight like that, but they are a lot more hesitant. Yeah. They realize they can bleed.
So they're just gonna go for the free Shrine Gold. And Ethereal Blade being attempted here for Fodder. That's an interesting one, especially since you could use it defensively. Maybe to save Ace, who's been gone on so many times by Dendi.
Yeah, really feel like Secret's next step is to get the level 25 onto this Puck and this Dragon Knight, get their talents. Dendi, of course, already has his. Decided to go for the 8 max webs, as expected. Crystallize, not even close to hitting that mark. And I think those are the only real significant talents on the course that are going to matter.
We've said this a couple times, right? That heart is when Chaos Knight really comes together as like a later game carry, and that's what he's trying to build into right now.
If he can get to that point, the game all of a sudden becomes really messy for Secret. Their Dragon Knight is their only form of clear. Their Razor has fallen so far behind that it's hard to constitute him as a core anymore. He's got a Shiva's Guard and a BKB. He deals no damage. He has no levels on himself right now.
I've got a mechanics question for you.
I'm not going to be able to answer
stay away from those, but I do want to have the BKB on Razor, right? He's had a big issue with Broodmother latching onto him, right?
Yes, sir.
Does the slow apply past the Magic Immunity? It should say on there.
I don't think it does.
So it doesn't work like Scotty, for example. that physical slow.
I can't imagine it.
In that regard. So that will significantly help out Ace, right?
Because it is dispellable.
Because now he can pop BKB and he's going to be faster than the Brood Mother.
I mean, the problem right now is his damage is
Maybe.
Yap Sword
If it's not web.
narrowly avoids the hook.
That's a diving dragon.
Oh, he's getting an Aghanim Scepter? So what can he steal here? He can steal the Death Ward. That's an easy channel steal.
He can steal Clockwork Hook.
Clockwork Hook.
Gives him the Axe upgrade. Oh, the CK one.
Chaos Knight has one, right? Where
Yeah.
he can make someone else.
Else's illusion.
Ooh, that would be sick.
So you can just make a bunch of DKs.
That would be
I mean,
sick.
it's happened once already.
Oh, no. Would you rather have a bunch of CKs or would you rather have a bunch of dragons?
No, you
Let's
want,
go
you
Game
want
of Thrones
dragons.
in this.
You want the dragons.
Just a whole bunch of splash damage.
Yeah. Oh, the level 25. He took the 75 move speed. Nice.
All right. I mean, again, he's still being ignored. Not as much. Now they can actually... It feels like the Navi has progressed enough in damage that Mid-1 is no longer completely untouchable, and he's like the last person they go for. They're still going to go for Ace first, but they can turn on the Dragon Knight afterwards.
Once his BKB's duration is done, you just kind of die.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part about these late game scenarios is once the BKB's timers get to like these 5 seconds, once you can't abuse that 10-second BKB, people die really easily in Dota.
And
This
again,
Clockwork Blade Mail gets progressively stronger.
Yeah. And BKBs always feel weaker when you don't have like really fast damage.
Yeah, but
Right,
mid-1,
that's-
invised up, he wants to look for something.
Oh, they're going to be able to catch General and throw him into Seneko here. What a great setup. But the Paralyzing Casting is to slow things down, but Mid-1 with a BKB and the Splash is going to be able to take 1 kill. They're healing up General a lot, but it's going to
not
cost
like
Roger
this.
his life, and it looks like General's still going to die. Oh no, Navi just is beginning to get some glimmers of hope. They lose 3, lose their
Who's
gem.
got buyback?
No
Clockwork?
buybacks on the 2 supports.
This is going to be a really complicated 3v5 fight.
And
As soon
this
as it
could
looked
be-
like Navi
yep.
was like back in the game, Secret just shuts that door.
They're
They're
like,
like, don't even theorycraft.
Don't even think about what it might look like late game. They are going to respect the buyback though. Back out, Roshan's up.
Yes, very
They-
significant.
If they get that, ooh. Navi are right back in that hole that they were 15 minutes ago.
And without, I mean, their 2 supports respawn really fast because they're like level 10. So they're just going to run at them. Roshan going to be, like you said, the most hotly contested thing available. When your BKB's timers start to run low, then Roshan, the Aegis becomes even more important in games like this. Because you need that extra life so that when you get bursted, you can come back fresh, help your team out. And they're going to smoke. They're anticipating Secret to go for the Sagas. And if Secret loses this fight, it'll kind of reset things despite this 20k gold lead.
Whose blink was that? Was that? I thought the courier was on spot. Did he have a blink?
Oh, they're going to go for the Roshan themselves.
Oh,
as
that's sneaky.
Secret. They're going to spot this. They're going to find the Witch
Doctor
Doctor.
thrown up into the high ground. There's the Blink Dagger from General going straight for Yapsor here, trying to control him, and he does not have a horse half to be able to get himself out. But inside the Roshan pit, they're trying to
it's
stop
so
this Roshan
low.
attempt.
Denny's going
They
all
managed
in
to
for
get
it right
the
now.
pull onto both of them. Denny full on committed for the Roshan. The BKB being used for this as well, just to be able to get that extra life and cheese. They'll get it, but can they win the fight afterwards? With no BKB on Crystallize and most of their supports gone, it seems hard for Navi to turn on this one at all. They're going to be controlled off on Crystallize. Denny trying to kill the sentries just to be able to stay out of vision here as he's trying to escape with the Aegis intact, but not going to be able to do it. He loses that extra life. Crystallize is down as well. They may have won the Roshan fight, but oh, did he make it out?
5
They
for
get
0.
the Roshan, but they lose the fight.
They got the Aegis, but it cost them all their lives.
And
Secret, they sense blood.
that's got to be the end.
Yeah, Navi. I mean, they battled their way back, made it exciting. Both their cores gonna buy back this one last attempt, but without BKBs, might not be long for this world.
Even fight on this first lane rack, so you go.
They're going for it.
All right, Maledict on mid 1. He does not have a BKB, so if they can focus him down, potentially sleep, actually buys them a little bit of time. That's crucial second. He's so big. Now Fana comes in with a big AoE. They turn against the 3, and they're splashing through every single one of them. Seneko will call it GG. Navi are out. Secret are in.
Secret getting another opportunity to play in this tournament. Navi, unfortunately for them, I mean, they made this game so rough for Secret for a long time. Even with that 20k gold lead, it looked like things were turning around.